What's up, UTU Trust Guardians, and welcome to another episode of the Trust Guardian interview series. Here's where we speak with team members, investors, partners, and supporters of UTU to learn more about their backgrounds, what they're building, and how they're helping increase trust across the entire internet. Today, we are here with another one of our recent partners. We are going to speak with Victor Kat, co-founder and chief financial and operations officer of DeHR, which stands for Decentralized Human Relationship. So DeHR is a blockchain-powered decentralized recruiting platform that provides a one-stop global career data marketplace that ensures authenticity, ownership, and legitimacy of data exchanged. In short, you can kind of think of DeHR as like a decentralized LinkedIn, but people have the right to fully control their data and earn many incentive benefits. So we're going to have Victor tell us more about DeHR, dig into his background. We'll talk about how DeHR and UTU will work together and much more. Victor, welcome to the show. How are things going?
All right. Hi, Mike, and hi, everyone. It's really great to be here and join with you guys today. So actually, we are pretty busy right now. You know, like it's the time for the IDO coming. Our big day gonna be on 12 December this year. So
Okay,
it's only about it's only about 2 weeks, and we have a lot of things going on. So, you know, preparation, you know, like coming with the investor, coming with the community. So that's a bunch of things to do. But the entire team is not tired at all. We are really excited. We are, you know, like full of the energy to go, because we want to promote our project to more people, to helping them in the professional way of the career path, to improve the career path and contribute to the development of our blockchain community. So that's our vision. That's our, you know, desire to help people, and that's we're gonna talk about today. Connect to earn, connect to develop, and connect to improve.
Awesome. Yeah, before we jump into your background and everything, you are calling in from Vietnam. Tell us how the pho and the banh mi, how good it is over there.
Yeah, you're right on. I'm you know, I love banh mi, and you know, I was raised in Saigon, Vietnam, and it's a beautiful city. We call it Saigon, or, you know, either way, Ho Chi Minh City is the same city, and it's a beautiful city in the south of Vietnam. I used to go to the United States for studying and working over there for about like 7 years. And then after I finished on my bachelor and master degree on the accounting in the US, working over there, earning my license for the CPA and the certified fraud examiner, I decided to come back to Vietnam for more opportunity for the family. And I want to contribute back to the entire society. So since then, I pursued my career path in the big corporation, sharpen my skill. I working as the senior consultant for Ernst & Young in advisory team. And then I become the head of risk for, you know, Prudential Insurance in Asia. Then the chief risk officer for P&J, what is one of the biggest corporation in retail and jewelry, not only in Vietnam, but in Asia. So my career experience is like, you know, really mixture of, you know, like the people coming and try to do the consulting, coming to the work with the risk and compliance, and then, you know, like taking care on the business model and everything. So for the blockchain and the crypto world, I started trading around 2016, 2017. So it's almost like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
And then I become very,
you know, ICO, the middle of the ICO.
Yeah, it's the booming of everything, right?
Yeah.
And then it's become I after the trading, I keep questioning myself. What is the technology? What is blockchain? What does it mean? And think about, you know, like how we can do the business with the future technology. It's not just only trading. So that's why we started the things on DeHR.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. You know, you come from, like you mentioned, accounting, finance, insurance, risk. It seems like that would be your background would be a pretty perfect fit for DeFi. You know, obviously in the last few years, DeFi has been huge. I'm curious to kind of think about like why you didn't jump into DeFi, rather you're now working more in careers and networking and you know, with DeHR, the human relationship. So tell us a little bit about that journey on what you know, a little bit, actually a couple of things of what you see in DeFi. And also just what got you going into more towards the kind of career and networking space.
Okay, so I think that's a good question. A lot of people keep coming in and say, you guys don't have, for me, I don't, my CEO, he has a lot of, experience in the HR area. But for me, I don't have a lot of experience in HR industry. But because, like I have the strong sense about the people, the human relationship.
Sure.
And it's not only the specific industry, but it exists everywhere we go and everything we do. Either you go with, like you're engineering, you are a finance guy, and when you lead the team, you lead the people, right? So I always see that when especially when it's come to the manager level and upper, so you have to own your team, you have to lead the team, so you have to interact with them a lot. So you have to think about what is the career path for me and my team member, how to develop and utilize their skill, how to connect to people, how to expand your network to help you doing your job. Is that correct? Right? Because everyone, we should have the human relationship. So, and especially for me, it's a personal story, but when I working in the risk and compliance, it's a niche industry. It's very niche one. I face a lot of difficulty in finding the people for my team. So there's a lot of problem when asking, like the people, please find to me some risk and compliance guys, find to me some senior in risk, find for me for, IT information risk. So there's not a lot of people over there. I know they're over there from my network, but not from the headhunt or from the HR people, for the traditional HR people. So I realized that, okay, so maybe it has something with the industry itself. So maybe it's a chance. And when I running, on the data, I read a lot of news and information around, and I'm a data-driven guy. So it's incoming the Web3. That's the thing I want to jump and explore, to build something that really, really, it has a meaningful story for the next generation of the internet, of the big data and AI. So I think it's just not only DeFi. I mean, it's more than DeFi. We aiming to do something else and create the more value to solve some specific problem of the industry. So I think that's the reason why I'm not coming for, like just only DeFi, but going for the DHR.
I think there's a couple of things I want to dig into there. One, you talked about how it is all about human relationships and, and working, and that's so true. At the, when you're at the entry level, first of all, I mean, relationships are super important everywhere, right? At any level, at any company. But when you're at the entry level, you're more of a straight doer, right? You just do the job, right? Like whether it's finance, marketing, computer science, right? You're coding, you're running finance models, you're writing copy as a marketer. So you're much more of a doer. But as you move up in companies, it's much more about how you manage the people, how you set people up for success. So definitely that point's taken there. And the second point about you talking about like building things, in this Web3 decentralized world with like real world application, like not just finance. I think finance, and I think like you're looking at NFTs now, people love making money. Right. So that's kind of a beachhead where, a good start where you're going to get people interested when they can make money. Right. So that's why DeFi is big. NFTs now, people love culture. Obviously they're into the culture, they're into the memes and all that. Right. So NFTs are obviously big, very big, and bringing in a lot of new participants in Web3. But then I think like the next step you're talking about is just applications to different industries, like human resources, like networking. And obviously, like what we're doing is building trust around all these industries. So yeah, I think that's going to be the next wave and you're just going to see a big just change in the way things are done. And with what we're building with DeHR, UTU, and many others. So great points there. Appreciate that, your point of view there. So let's dig in a little bit more into DeHR. Tell us what it is, why it's awesome, why you started it, and what's going on there.
Okay, So talking about the DHR, like I just stated above, when I working, in the big corporation, even though they have a great HR, department, people are great, they support us a lot, but I have faced so many problems when it's come to HR issue. Recruiting people, I cannot find my talents, that they just keep coming back, and there's no risk in industry, available in this area. And then payroll and L&D, they all have so many problems. So our first vision is to solve the HR problem and head into the future data exchange platform just to connect the people. So you can imagine the HR going to be a decentralized Lincoln when the people can connect, they can earn, they can exchange the data in the daily basis to the idea of connect to earn career activity. We focus on the career niche because the beauty of the model is that we don't have any middleman. The problem with the HR industry is there are so many middlemen. You can see on the middleman coming like job posting sites, some headhunt, some like, and then it's come to the point that if you don't pay them, they don't give you a good job. Or if the company doesn't pay them enough, the company doesn't have any like good talent.
Right.
So why they have, they have the barrier between the one who the job seeker and the company. So the no middleman means the people have more chance to get a job, and the company will hire the talent with the lower cost. So that's the first key things we want to solve. Sure. So for example, let's say our like blockchain industry, for the normal headhunt, when some of my friends, they running some company and they want to have some blockchain engineering, just for developing some coding for them to apply the blockchain into their products. But when they asking the HR, the headhunt to find one, they don't know where to find the blockchain because they traditional HR people. Right. And they said there's no HR, there's no blockchain people in can qualify for your requirement. And they say no, most of the time, because they don't have the experience. So it creates the barrier for the demand and the supply of the market. And then the second point is that the user, where if we talking about Facebook, we're talking about LinkedIn, but when data we post it on Facebook, on LinkedIn, it's already there. They control, they share, they earn, they can sell your data for like for the information. But now we want to bring back this information, access to the original owner. It's us, it's everybody. When you have your own information about your career, your school, your company, your experience, not the job postings or the website or the headhunt. Okay. And then the last but not least, I think the idea of connect to earn is something very, like related to our real life. The more connection you have, the more of the good things you can do together. Let's think about like UTU and DeHR. When we connected with each other, we share a lot of common goals in the several areas. And I do believe that if alone, DeHR can be good, UTU can be good, but together we can make it better. And we can work together, expand our work, working on the, like technology, working on the business, working on the marketing. And by that one, we save a lot of resources and we can expand together. So I think the connect to earn is just something we have already applied to the real life, and we want to bring it to the blockchain world.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I mean, I think that's one of the core benefits of being able to put it on a ledger, in the blockchain ledger, is and incentivizing users with tokens and giving them ways to earn. It's absolutely how it's going to change, and it's already begun to change just how businesses run. So but kind of more tactically, tell us a little bit about like if I'm a user and I use DHR, I have my career data. What am I doing with my data on your platform to be able to earn from that? What's kind of the transactions going on your platform to be able to earn from my data?
So it's gonna be really easy. You go to the app, you download the app, install the app, and then you create the profile. So we incentivize people with some, we call it mission. When you create profile, you will earn some token.
Okay.
And when you finish the profile after we will do some KYC processes, so that we verify, okay, is that you? You are not a robot. You are not a fake person. And then you can set your own price. That's the beautiful of the DHR. You can control what the people want to pay you to get contact to you. So if you are just a student, you really want a job, you can get at zero, or you can get at minimum price.
Right.
So that the company, oh, this I can contact this guy for a low cost, I can contact him. So that's the point. But if you are a director, you are C-level of some big corporation, you don't want a lot of people coming to you, right? But you still want some good deals. So you can set it like 10,000 US dollar equivalent of the token. And then when people pay that amount to you, oh, they are really serious about talking to me. Maybe it's not about a job, it's about a business deal, business contract, some offer, some proposal, whatever. So that's a beautiful thing. It's not only for the career, but it's also for everything you can do the business. And you can control the price. And you can control what data they want to to pay for you.
That's super interesting, because with LinkedIn now, all right, I mean, I'll admit, for the most part, people want to connect with me on LinkedIn, even if I don't know you. I'm fine. I'll just connect with you, right? Like I'm just kind of an open person about that. But usually a lot of times it's like, okay, they'll connect with you and then they'll like send you like a sales proposal, or like
it's sometimes it just feels like spamming a lot, like like sales proposal to yourself, right?
So it's interesting, get a whole bunch of these every day, but it's like the spam. And but if I set a price for them to be able to contact me, really only the ones that really want to talk to me, the ones who have something strong to offer, will be able to do that. And that saves a lot of my time. It also would save a lot of other people's time, but they'll make them like really have to think about what it's worth to be able to contact someone. So that's super interesting. I think a lot of people will be on board with that, because there's
I'm kind of tired up, like people selling of my data. For example, I just buy a flight ticket, and right away, just right after I pay the money for the ticket, I receive a lot of SMS about your car rental, hotel in this area. I feel, wow, that's how my information already got leaked on the market over there. So we need to control it. We are the one who own ourselves, our own data, right?
And again, that's just one of the core things that blockchain is going to change, is the ability for us to own our data, for us to get incentivized to share our data, and not just hand it over to big evil corp. So great, perfect. So actually DHR is kind of combining a lot of stuff. It's kind of blockchain, NFTs, metaverse, and of course careers and networks. So can you tell us a little bit more about how all of this stuff is working together?
Okay, so actually we have, if you can see on the roadmap of the DHR, we have the NFT marketplace. We have some work on metaverse and the Web3. So let me tell you a little bit about all of these angles. For the NFT, we all know about NFT, right? It's kind of like non-fungible token. It's unique, it's digital. But think about in DHR, you will own your collection of NFT, your college certification, your working experience, your job is your NFT information. There's no one like have the names that like you, going to graduate school like you. So this is NFT, and each profile, each CV, each resume of us is a collection of NFT information. And for example, when you go to the app, you have some transaction with the people. People will, rating for you. They write a comment for you. They, they just kind of like review for you. So that's one is also a piece of information that can add into, we call it your DHR profile. Later on, we will have, like some 3D character that you can go and interact with other people in the DHR app. And in the future, we will make it more into the metaverse, elements by, we can call it decentralized social career metaverse. it's a metaverse, but we don't just go in like social metaverse like other metaverse out there. We focusing on the career. We first focusing on where people can connect and they can use their 3D experience, VR, AR to connect with each other. For example, thinking about today we are not just going by Zoom, going by Google Meet or so, but we can plug in our device and I can see you in the metaverse. Right. And you can see me and we can interact with each other.
Right,
so that's cool,
like
right?
Virtual job fair.
Yeah, it's a virtual job fair. You can have an interview. And for example, you are really mastering in business or marketing or finance, and you can say, okay, I can give some advice to some small company, some startup to help them. And it come into the metaverse, the career metaverse, it's going to be easy for both people to meet and to interact. Because I feel like after the COVID period, a lot of people moving online.
Sure.
But for me, especially for me, I don't know, maybe I'm own style, but I feel I still need some interaction with people rather than like just with the phone. Even though we have the video call right now, but I wish we can meet at least in like virtual room so that we can have some interaction with each other. That's the point of the DHR. And especially when it comes to the career and professional. Thinking about when you interview people, you want to know what their style, what their reaction, right? So when it comes to the what we call like the HR profile, the 3D, you can show, you can wear something else, or you can have some cosplay. It's yourself, and the people like, okay, I want this guy to my company because he's good. I can see on his like profile, he love playing sport, he love playing soccer, so I'm the soccer fan, so let's come to the interview. That's the point. We can express ourselves, we can connect more people and show people more than just the normal person in the real life. So that's the metaverse one. And I think the most important one is like the Web3. I think the Web3, we just tipping the point on the new phase of the web evolution. So it's the early stage for the Web3. But for now, I think the user data, the NFT can be interconnected in a decentralized way with the big data, with the AI. So they will, like integrated, automated P2P, some business can go over there to help them. It's more interactive. And the current, like DeFi, as you mentioned previously, on the protocol, and on the people, if they come from Africa, they can make the business with you on Asia or in the United States. All of them can be connected. And then the big data coming and the Web3 platform coming. So I think that's going to be the huge one for not only for the people, but also for the company, also for organization. They want to come and, like working on this platform. And now, when we partnership UTU and DHR, I think we can support us on the develop of building out the Web3 and strengthen our product together, because I think the AI element from UTU and the trust you guys building, the trust system you guys building can add a lot of value to the DHR. We combine, like on the technology, on the people, on the society, on the psychology stuff, just to create the metaverse. When people feel safe, they can express themselves, they can connect, and they can earn from this one.
Yeah. So let's dig in. That's a good segue. Dig in a little bit more about how you see UTU being integrated into DHR. Obviously, networking is there's a ton of trust that is necessary, and hiring. Obviously, you want to be able to trust who you're hiring, and as a job seeker, I want to be able to trust the person that I'm going to be working for. So tell us a little bit more about how you see our technologies meshing together on your platform.
So I think the key point still under the DHR, the human relationship, still the trust, and UTU is building like the trust system using your own technology. And we have, like our own technology. So I think the best way for us to combine that, we can share. Because I think sharing is just make us more powerful, because you have what we don't, and we have sometimes what you don't thinking about. So we can, because I think the trust system we build is different, but in some way we can, share so that the logic and like some thinking of us can be together. And because we all share the same goal, that like, okay, when you go to the internet, when you go to the metaverse, when you go to any platform, the trust is the key thing. We don't want fake people. We don't want like scammer to go around. On the Telegram, all of us can see. Myself and my team have a lot of scammer. They try to fake us. So I think, what is your identity, right? What is your account? What is your profile? So I think the trust system from U2 can enhance the profile for the DeHR, and vice versa. The data from the DeHR can enhance you guys on the technology from the AI side, because the AI, it has the big data. It has a lot of database. The bigger database, the better AI. Is that correct?
Yeah,
so
of course.
So we can like work together. We are just like work together and grow together. And I think the best way for U2 and the DeHR to incorporate and like we make the big thing in the market.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's a lot of these are always going to be mutually beneficial partnerships, obviously. With UTU being like you said, being able to verify people on your platform are real, bringing those trust signals with them, and then helping us improve our models and with the data, but of course that in a privacy preserving way, right? Your users will be able to share the data they want to share, to be able to get rewarded for that.
Because because like U2, you guys using AI and machine learning, but in the DeHR we have like the connection, and sometimes it need both to verify one people. Because sometimes like machine learning can misunderstand people. Sometimes the connection doesn't enough. It's not enough to trust people. So I think the trust system had to build from data and the connection. So when it come together, both the DeHR and U2 can like boom, it's gonna be perfect for us to go together.
And it's such a core part of our philosophy, where connections with other people is a part of that trust, right? Is if the people that you're connected to are trustworthy, that in turn makes you a little bit more more trustworthy. So a lot of the analysis that we do is based on those social connections and the ability to glean trustworthiness out of those. I think
because the also for the DeHR, we don't like we don't have like store any information from the user. We are decentralized way.
That's right.
So for the DeHR, it's gonna be the you do the transaction, we do the transaction together, and then I rating you, you can rate me.
That's right.
All of these, and you can understand the behavior from this one. So it's gonna be huge benefit for us to go together.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. So what do you talk about your roadmap a little bit? You said you have the IDO on December 12th, so that's coming up real soon. What else is going on? What else are you building?
So I can tell you a little bit on this one. We have the IDO coming on December. Then at the end of this year, it's gonna be huge for the beta test. We will launching the beta when people can actually go finding a job. People can go and like recruiting some talents. So that's gonna be a big thing. For the first step for us to come into like the real products. Okay, and then for the Q1 of 2022, we're gonna launch our official products, and it's gonna be huge because there's a lot of people, a lot of company already like booking to join with us, both from the mainstream company and the crypto company. Because I think that after the COVID period, the demand is huge. The demand is huge, and the explode, like the booming of the blockchain and crypto industry. We are lacking a lot of talents to come. So a lot of people from the mainstream industry, they want to jump into the crypto and blockchain one, but they don't have the like the connection. They don't have a connection. And our blockchain and the technology company, we want more people. Again, we don't know who is coming. So that's the thing I already told you. So the DeHR are gonna solve this one first, and later on we will like we already gather a team of a lot of experts on the AI and like blockchain to start like building our AI and all that stuff. So I think that's one we're gonna have to work together a lot on the near future.
Awesome. Looking forward to that. Yeah, we again, I love what you guys are building. We share this common goal of letting users earn from their activity, and select what data they want to share and earn from, and in that privacy preserving way. So yeah, I think it's such a great partnership, and we're so excited to get started, especially since the timing of the launch of your platform in early 2022 aligns really well against our planned mainnet launch. So yeah, we'll definitely be integrating hopefully soon in the future. So all right, Victor, hey, let's move on to the quick fire questions. So
Okay.
here's where I'll ask 3 questions in succession to learn more about you. Ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. Tell us something unique and interesting about you that not many people may know.
Okay, so because you guys already know about my, I'm a finance and accounting guys, but I love kendo, I love martial arts, I have karate. So because like I learned a lot from this one. It's not only like maintain my physical health, but I also doing it to strengthen our mind, the mentality, and it's helping me to focus on what we are doing. Because sometimes I feel like for the blockchain we have to work like 24/7.
Yeah.
So we need to like keep doing something to keep our like physical and mentally helped.
Definitely. Cool. What is it, specifically karate or what any other?
Kendo.
Okay, kendo.
It's
Okay.
I used to practice karate for like 7 years, and then now I move into kendo.
Okay, what exactly is kendo? What's the style?
Like it's Nitokan kendo, so it's the traditional and really like ancient style of kendo.
Okay, cool. Is it more like is this a form of karate with punches and kicks, or is it like?
No, it is a short art.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, so you practice with a katana.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so it's more zen. It's more zen.
more zen.
And you have because you use the weapon, so you have to control yourself. So I think that's a good thing. Yeah.
I see. Okay, cool. All right, if you can chat with anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Okay, so I'm gonna be with Nikola Tesla. I'm a big fan of Nikola Tesla.
Yeah,
because like he's just the model of the great inventor. He a genius. A lot of he 100 years ago he talking about something, and now it's happened in our current period. So I think it would love to have his work, because I think that if I talk to him, I think I want to hear him talking about how blockchain technology, how it's gonna evolve in the future. What can we do to make it better? Because I still feel blockchain and traditional world is still 2 different worlds.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot of real use case for now. And people like us, we are trying to like to merge the business to find the real use case, or at least we can make something normal people can use and understand the blockchain technology. So I think I would love to hear like Nikola Tesla talking about this topic. So that's just my dream.
Yeah. Like I said, he's very in this interview series, he's very popular, but I think he's kind of in the general world, he's pretty underrated, right? Like I think he's done so much that people just don't realize how much he's done and how he's impacted our current world.
Yeah, I think the problem is that like he didn't go really, I call it commercialize a lot.
Right.
So not a lot of people knowing him, but he's like, he is genius. He is genius.
Absolutely. Okay, great. Last question. What is something that you believe but few others agree with?
Okay, this one is kind of personal. I believe in that like our current human civilization is not the only one on Earth. Because you have some like previous civilization who built the pyramid. We have some like artifact from the ancient, and it's similar to the plane, it's similar to UFO, whatever. Some may say yes, some may say no, but I love reading history, archaeologies, and there's still some thinking about some like ancient civilization that can be more advanced than that. It just for some reason it's disappear. We still have some remnant, but it's not enough for us to understand fully what happened in the past. Because I just listened to some podcast this morning. It said that like if you convert the time of the Earth exists into 25 hours, the human civilization, it's just like half of the second. We are too, just tiny in the timeline. So I think there's more and more and civilization over there, but maybe previous of our time.
Yeah. You think aliens are out there?
Probably. We never know, because like, like even with the ocean, we only understand about like 5 to 10% of the ocean.
Yeah.
And the universe is just, infinite. It's just huge over there. So I think you never know, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's highly probable, right? Highly probable.
Yeah.
So awesome. Hey, Victor, that's all we had. That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for taking part in this interview and telling us your story. So tell the community where we can learn about more about DHR.
Okay, so first of all, I want to thank you for having time and helping me to come here and share with all of you guys about this one. We are really excited. We have published our media information channel, including Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, YouTube, Medium. So you can go and find all the information about DHR. Especially you can go to our website, DHR.network, and you can find all the things, like white paper, pitch deck, roadmap, and everything over there.
Yeah,
and don't forget about
sweet website too. There's a lot of like animations and everything. It's super cool.
We try to make it, because we think that it's more fun, so that people will coming and they will stay with that, rather than some boring like job posting. We don't want to frame it in this one. We are more than a job posting. We are like human relationship, not just normal HR. So YouTube community, please help us by sharing the link, and don't forget our ideal on the 12th December. We have the ideal on the Punji BSC station and Kickstarter. So I think like welcome all of you to come enjoy and got whitelist one up, and then we can work together.
Yeah, happy to push that out a little bit before what happens, and we'll definitely include links to the social networks and your website in the video notes below. All right, Trust Guardians, we hope you enjoyed that interview with Victor Cat from DHR. Please hit that like button if you did. Definitely be more interviews to come, so hit that subscribe and notification buttons so you don't miss any other interviews. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will talk to you soon. Victor, thanks so much. We'll talk soon. We'll definitely talk about integration in a little bit, but good luck on the IDO, and happy to push that out whenever you feel is the right time for us to promote our community. So
okay, so right after the right IDO, I think we have to gather on the team and just working together.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck with everything. I know IDO, they're crazy. It's a crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy the next 2 weeks for us. So wish us luck. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Victor. All right.
Thanks.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.